Hey, Shalom, Akim Shalom. First thing foremost, I want to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim Rakakwadash. I'd like to give double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. Noah's in the gospel, bro. I live in the standard of Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. Hey, man, this is just a real quick lesson through the spirit. Man, you Jakes, man, we got to get out of here. The gang violence, the hatred for one another. It never fails to amaze me on how our people, how they're so quick to want to get at each other's heads over something they don't own. You know, beefing over city blocks, when you don't own none of this shit, man. You know, you got street names that's named after Edomites, rich Edomites at that, slave owners, and yet Jake is fighting over who has the better city. Which Chicago, St. Louis, Kansas City, none of you niggas own it. And I come to this conclusion. I get to work, and my supervisor, he wants me and another Jake, to run a vehicle to a particular another city in Missouri. You know, which is an easy day. I'm like, shit, fuck it, yeah, I'll do it. Shit, you know, I'll ride by myself. One Jake is in another truck. I'm in this truck. So, long story short, so we go to the gas station to fill up. So I'm like, hey, bro, we can do X, Y, and Z for lunch. You want to, man? He like, man, I ain't fucking with this place since I was a kid. He like, that's why I was looking like that when he asked me to go down there. And I'm like, why you don't fuck with the Lou? I'm like, I got family, you know, at this place. I'm like, why you don't fuck with it like that? He said, man, I just don't fuck with it. And I get it. But at the same time, you know, he was like, well, they don't like us because, you know, they fighting over who the major city is. I'm like, but you niggas don't own it. You niggas don't own Kansas City. You niggas don't own Columbia. You don't own Chicago. You don't own Gary. You don't own DC. You don't own fucking you don't own Louisiana, man. You don't own none of those particular cities, man. Esau has put you in there as an experiment so you can purge one another. You know, like when I was coming up, man, you know, when we stayed in the projects when I was real younger, you had motherfuckers that was really shooting out with other motherfuckers in different buildings on the same block, man. And that's the curses. But you know what? As we grew up, that shit fell upon us too, because, you know, we used to do dumb shit like that. Here we, you know, when we moved farther out south, Chicago, we had our little particular sets and stuff like that. But we was into it with motherfuckers of surrounding complexes. Like, it's literally a 5-minute walk across the gate. They had to put up a gate just so the violence can stop. And we had security and all that kind of shit because they catch us, we do something to them, they catch one of us, and they try to do something to us, vice versa. And when you look at it, man, this is the most dumbest shit, the most destroyed shit in the planet Earth, which proves we're the Israelites, man. Chicago niggas don't like this type niggas because that. And they don't like Chicago type niggas because of that, which is dumb in my opinion. They're mad at each other over being bought to a country in slavery and against your will, but you're not mad at the motherfucker that put you in these predicaments. You're not mad at the person that created the gang scenarios, that created the blocks, that gridded off your neighborhoods, created zoning restrictions, redlining, okay, segregation, and you mad at the men that look just like you when they had no control over their predicament, man. So I see why the Most High got to do away with the 2/3 of Israel. You Jakes, you just don't get it, okay? You're mad. You're fighting over a block, but neither one of your name is up on one of them little green signs. You know, they put, oh, Dr. Martin Luther King Drive, man. That's for political purposes, man. They don't give a fuck about that sellout nigga. And on top of that, he's a sellout. That's why his name went up there. But you ain't gonna see Sir Reverend Pookie Davis on a goddamn block, man. Unless you adopt a street. But even then, Esau don't acknowledge that shit. So you Jakes are stupid. Esau don't fight over shit. Esau go and conquer lands. He ain't fighting over no minuscule ass street blocks, man. You niggas can hide 39th and truce. Esau don't care about it unless he's getting ready to gentrify it and take it back. And when that's the funny part, when he gentrify you niggas' neighborhoods, you don't go and do a goddamn thing about it. You go and you complain to your mayors, you write letters, begging and pleading to stay in the neighborhood, but you niggas don't go and shoot up the councilman. You don't go and kidnap the good. You niggas don't go and kidnap the mayor and say, nigga, this is my block. Y'all move y'all monkey asses down the street and y'all go do the same bullshit elsewhere. All right. So anyway, this is just a quick little lesson, man. It ain't intending to be long. I'm not even gonna read it. Bro said he ready to dip off, so I'm gonna read this real quick. This is the book of Isaiah 51, and I'm gonna start at verses 12 20, it says, thy sons have fainted, they lie at the head of all the streets as a wild bull in a net. They are full of the fury of the Lord, the rebuke of thy power. Right, that's you gang banging jakes, man. You know, you on the corner shooting dice, jumping on each other, running from the police, all types of wickedness, robbing people. That's us, man, our people. All right, real quick, the book of Deuteronomy 28 and 54, it says, so the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye should be evil towards his brother, and towards the wife of his bosom, and towards the remnant of his children, which he shall lead. Okay, and that's the mindset you jakes are in, man. Okay, you're in the mindset of hating your brothers. You're in the mindset of hating each other. You hate your women because our women hate us. You hate your children. Jake just have nothing but hatred for one another, man, and that's due to the curses. All right, so hey, when Yahweh Bashimi Hawashai comes back, the Lord is gonna rectify us from this punishment, man. Because I was telling Jake that in the store, I'm like, I don't understand. I'm like, that's the dumbest shit in the world, you know. And I used to partake in that shit, you know, as a teenager, whatever. But it's the dumbest shit in the world. I'm not finna fight another nigga over city block that I don't own. I'm paying taxes and shit. I don't own this place, you know. But Jake, where the fuck you going, man? But Jake is mad at each other, you know, over something they have no control over. Never thinking of getting the oppressor, man. But see, that's our people. Our people are dumb like that, man. That's why the Most High is going to destroy them jakes. All right? And it says here, therefore, hear now this, thou afflicted and drunken, but not with wine. It says, thus says the Lord Yahweh, in thy power that pleaded the cause of this people, behold, I have taken out of thy hand the hand of the cup of trembling, and even the drugs of the cup of my fury. Thou shalt not drink it again. Okay, and it says, but I will put it into the hand of them that afflict thee, which said to thy soul, bow down that we may go over, and thou hast laid thy body as to the ground and as to the street, and to them that went over, man. Okay, because basically you a blanket for Esau. Okay, you know, Jake found him dead in the alleys, strung out on cocaine, heroin, all manners of evil that's happening to our people, and you people ain't, and you Jakes ain't putting 2 and 2 together. So the Most High got to destroy the 2/3 because there's no correcting them. Their atonement is going to come through being purged on this side, being destroyed, you know. So anyway, man, that's up with that lesson, man. I want to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Bashimi Hawashai. And with that, Shalom and the Baba Baba. Shalom.